Hi guys, this is Sonic here. Alright, this is my pleasure to present to you Kai. It's Alex from Philippines. So hi Alex.
Hello, Kel. Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Hi. Thank you for joining me. Alright Alex, as usual, would you like to tell me more about yourself, Alex?
Okay, so first of all, I would like to introduce myself. So my name is Alex Samson, and I'm the director of the Philippine Association of Forex Traders Incorporated, or for short, what we call PAFTI in the Philippines. So our group is the only SEC-registered foreign exchange trader association in the Philippines. And yes, so our main role is to equip fellow Filipinos with the right knowledge in the financial market and filter scams. Because right now there's a lot of scams going on in the Philippines, and they're using forex trading as a medium. And that's how we educate our fellow Filipino. And we also aim to bridge traders to proper education and service providers. So that's how we work. And moreover, we are building a positive trading community where traders can help each other to succeed in the forex industry. So that's how we do our thing in the Philippines.
I see. Awesome. At least you guys are really have a very great intention to help each other out, which is very great. It's great actually. Yeah, let me continue further. All right, I'm sure you are in the trading, and you yourself trade as well. Can you tell me more about your trading journey as well? How do you start trading and stuff like that?
Okay. So let's start when I'm still working for an American bank. So that was around 2010, and there's a certain line in our company handbook or the guidelines that we have, stating that we're not allowed to practice in the financial market by trading. So I became curious what trading means. So of course I started to research what trading is with the Google, and at first I saw the local stock market, which is the Philippine Stock Exchange.
I see.
Okay, so that's where I started to learn how to trade, but meaning it's not yet profitable since I'm just starting to learn how trading works. So I traded Philippine Stock Exchange, and then I saw a friend of mine, or this friend of mine, in our hometown, which is in Bicol. So he introduced me to the world of forex trading. So he told me about that what is the difference between the forex market and the stocks market. So from there, he guided me how to start in the forex market, and at first it's really devastating because it's a really different world compared to the stock market, and that's how I got involved in the forex trading.
I see. All right. So you started from 2010 onward, I suppose. So you've been quite a while already. Okay, I'm sure I mean, you must have met some obstacle along the way, right? I mean, and
yes, of course.
All right. So just for the benefit of a totally a new trader who are listening to this, okay, would you mind telling me more about what kind of mistake that or what kind of obstacle rather that you have encountered? Then how did you really overcome and win over them? What's a kind of mistake or difficulty that you encounter? All right.
So mistakes, actually there's a lot of mistakes that I encountered during when I'm starting trading, especially in the forex market, since I really don't have any idea on how to trade the forex market and what's behind the forex market and everything. That's really clueless. So based on my experience, I think the grave mistake that I committed was jumping into trading right away without equipping myself with the proper knowledge and skills.
I see.
And it's really hard. You know that, bro. It's really hard.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, sure.
I invested my earnings
Mm-hmm.
at first because I thought that forex trading is a quick rich scheme,
Mm-hmm.
which is not.
Okay.
So that's how I burned my first account for 1 week.
I see.
In 1 week, I burned my account, and
Okay.
then actually, some of my traders friends, some of my friends told me that I was lucky because some of them lost their first account in 5 minutes, and
Yeah, of course.
yeah,
Yeah.
really, I said,
Yeah.
oh, I was so lucky compared to you guys. So that's it, and so of course, it didn't stop me to become successful in this journey.
Sure.
Because I know the potential to earn money in this business is very big.
Yes.
Very big, bigger than I imagined.
Sure.
Since we know that banks are involved in this business and large institutions. So from there, I dig more information. I research more, study hard,
Sure.
and on how to trade forex, the proper mindset, the proper skills, and the proper education. So
Sure.
along the way, when I'm researching, I met the two founders of the group, the PAFTI.
Sure.
So yeah. So they're Jonathan and G, and actually I'm blessed to have those two. And from there, they started a small community. That's the PAFTI, and then we started around 500 members with only 100 members active. So that's how we started the group.
I see.
So yeah, from there,
I think
we started to
tremendous, right? I mean, you guys are one of the, I would say the most prominent group in Philippines right now. Yeah. As I can see. Yeah.
Actually, cool. We're lucky that we're becoming more and more well known in the country because we started to just a small population, and right now we're going to 5,000 members, and that's how we started, and we started to exchange trading ideas and knowledge on certain pairs and certain commodities, and with the help of the group, that's how I became that's how I started to become more and more curious with the forex market, and from that curiosity, I became more well equipped and knowledgeable on how to trade the forex market.
I see.
Yeah, so that's how that group helped me to evolve into becoming a successful trader.
Sure. Okay. I think you hit pretty much a home run, bro, because as you are talking, I'm kind of like trying to write it down, some of the main component that will be helping for our fellow traders. I mean, if you allow me to repeat some of them, you make quite a very good points. Forex trading is definitely not a get rich quick scheme, right? I mean, it's not for like you have $5, the next moment you will go like 500,000 or whatever, right? And another thing is you also mentioned that I mean, the new trader tend to jump into the trade quickly, right? So that's one of the mistakes. So there are two potential things that we can learn from this so-called this questionnaire. Is about it's not a quick it's not a get rich quick scheme. Second one is do not jump into the trade quickly. All right, and the third one that you just mentioned, which is the best as well, you mentioned that you need to be well equipped first before you learn how to you learn how to trade properly. All right.
Of course.
Thank you for that, bro. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's really it's really beneficial to all the listener. I'm sure. Okay. Another one, bro. Another one. Let me continue a little bit. Okay. So after you start to understand all the all the mistakes and all the difficulty, so one was a kind of like an aha moment that you start to turn the corner. All right. When was it, and how do you manage to do that?
The aha moment. Okay. So even though I have the group at my back, it was very difficult to become profitable when I'm starting to learn the technicalities of the market. Yeah. So what I did, I exposed myself more and more into the forex market. filtering all the information coming in. And since there's a lot of information that comes from different kinds of people, different kinds of group, and especially in the internet as well. So
yeah, sure.
I need to filter all of those information.
Yes.
So
yes,
you know. And after filtering all those information, that's the time when I noticed something wrong with my trading.
Sure.
I became dependent on indicators without understanding the real concept of the market.
Sure.
So you know that one also, bro. Based on your experience as well, do you agree with that one?
Sure, for sure. Yep. We all similar gone through the same path, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. So based on that experience, that's the first time I remove all of my indicators. I exercise to understand the market, on how the market works every now and then I adapted to those circumstances.
Sure.
So when understanding the market, you also need to have a good control of your emotions, because
sure.
So because yes, because as we all know, the main difficulty of a person who's beginning with the forex market is a good control of their emotions.
Sure.
Especially when when there are times that a trader becoming more greedy, more fearful with the market. So I take good control of them. So the question is how I control those emotions.
Sure.
So the first step that I made was to do a trading plan.
Sure.
So I wrote all the plans that I need based on what I understand on the market, and based on how to control my emotions. So that's the main thing that made me think that
it's a aha moment.
I think
it's how you stand the corner, I suppose.
Yeah. So with that trading plan, so that's the I had my very first profitable trade, and from there I started to exercise a good trading plan.
Sure. So awesome as usual. So you mentioned about the emotion here. So every trader should have a good control of emotion. I'm just repeating after you, bro. You just give me all the good stuff, bro. So you are talking about a trader need to have a good control of emotion. In order to have it, you say we must have a trading plan to begin with, right?
Yes, agree. 101% agree.
Sure. Okay. I mean, I know that you I know that you are trading very well, but I yet to see pretty much maybe we have a little bit of trading style. As you know that I'm more into the swing trading. Okay, may I know if you what is your trading style is like? Is more into scalping or swing, or what kind of trading style you adopt?
Actually, I'm more consistent with swing trades.
Okay.
I started because I know for myself that I'm a terrible scalper.
Sure.
Really terrible. Based on my experience, I compared all those quick trades versus those swing trades, and for me, swing trade is more profitable and it suits my style.
Sure.
And swing trading offers me more time to do other stuff.
Yes, exactly. That's the thing that I'm expecting to hear, bro. Exactly. Swing trade can give you even better returns, right? Then I also allow you to do other stuff that you like to do as well.
Of course.
Awesome.
You have more time to do your hobbies or whatever you want to do.
Okay, awesome. Okay, let me continue a little bit, Alex. So I'm also basically you are trading more on the forex, I suppose. Do you trade other products as well, other than forex and commodities?
Actually, right now I'm focused more on the forex, especially with the majors. I only focused on what I practiced. Actually, I have 6 to 8 pairs on my charts, and that's it. I really don't jump into one pair to another, because as we all know, different pairs have different characteristics, and we always before we trade those pairs, we always need to understand how they move in order for us to become profitable on those currency pairs.
So it's something like a familiarity count as well. Yeah, you need to be more. You need to be familiar with your particular product that you are trading as well. Great, great, great. All right.
Yes.
So you have a sort of like a fixed set of forex pair that you are looking at all the time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, I'm looking for D1 to H4.
Oh, sure,
That's
sure.
the time.
Sure.
That's the time frame that I'm looking.
Sure, sure. So that really suit your swing style because since you're not a scalper, no point really go to like 5 minutes or 15 minutes. Yeah, it's great. It's great. Okay. All right. So now we are getting more personal right now. Okay. So would you mind sharing with us like what is your recent best trade and worst trade? Like if you care to elaborate more.
Okay, so I think we should start on the worst trade first.
No, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So I think the worst trade for me was shorting the Brexit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mean the British pound one? You mean the one, is it?
Yeah. Yes, yes, of course. That's the one. I shorted it, and even though I know that I profit, it earns me a lot with that trades. Still, that's the worst trade for me because I didn't follow my original trading plan.
I see. Interesting. Yeah. But is Wall Street turned out to be is a profitable one, I suppose?
It
went down anyway. Yeah, it went down by the way. Yeah, right.
So the Brexit was profitable as well, but it was. For me, it was the worst trade because I didn't follow the original trading plan.
I see.
But the best trade for me was there was a time that one of my colleagues told me to swap trade the AUD USD.
Okay.
So that's the best trade for me. Okay. The current best trade for me.
I see.
That's why I started to swap trade the AUD USD around April of 2016. And I hold the position for 1 year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's a very big return, yeah. Very big return, right?
Yeah, very big return. Just awesome. In swap trading.
Awesome. All right. It's awesome. All right. So okay, let's talk about okay. So as you know, right? I know you are already a profitable trader for sure. But I know as all the trader, right? I'm sure like you must have some sort of planning or like some sort of like advancement or something like that. So how do you plan to make your trading better further? How do you plan?
Okay, so for on how to
like you are looking into plan, like certain things or your learning option or your trading, anything, bro, anything. Yep.
Yeah. So since there's a lot of debate going on in our group on about technical and fundamental analysis.
Sure.
So so as we all know, those two are the essential tools for us to become successful in the forex market.
Sure.
Since I only started doing only technical analysis.
Sure.
So right now I'm studying the basics of macroeconomics for
cool.
As an additional tool for me to become more profitable in this business.
Sure. Yeah, I totally agree, man. Because I also agree that market move basically by fundamental. Just the technical is just to show the way only, right? It's good to know some fundamental as well, so that you have a better bias and stuff like that. Cool, man. Cool. All right.
Cool, man. Cool.
All right. Then what else do we have? Okay. All right. So now it's a time to time for our fellow traders. Okay, because you see whenever I release this interview, I have quite a lot of new trader, especially from Singapore, Malaysia, especially from these two countries, and we have like from Indonesia as well, and they were listening very closely. So okay, so from your point of view, okay, what kind of advice would you like to give to let's say you are talking to a totally new trader, maybe a trader that just traded maybe a month, or maybe he just burst his first account. So what kind of advice would you like to give him to become
okay? So
yep.
So let's be realistic here. So
sure.
Based on my experience, there's a lot of people who jump into forex trading because they are thinking that as I mentioned a while ago, they are thinking that forex trading is a quick rich scheme. This is not.
Sure.
At some point, yes, that's true. But
let me interrupt a little bit here, Alex. You see, Alex,
okay.
I have to tell, I really, I mean, like appreciate that what you guys are doing for the fellow Filipinos in Philippines actually, because you see, if the country is pretty new to the a particular product or particular market, right? You know, those people will go in and scam the people up, you know, because you can see that they were entice these people as if like, you know, trading is a get rich quick scheme, all this kind of stuff. So I really appreciate what you guys are doing. Yes, please continue, Alex. Sorry to disturb.
Okay. I thank you for that one, bro. Yes, at some point, that's true that forex trading is a quick rich scheme at some point, but not totally as quick as that one, because as you always mentioned in your post that trading is the hardest way to earn easy money.
Sure.
Yeah, and right now there's a lot of individuals or trading schools who offer trading education. So even though there's a lot of individuals or schools that offer this kind of services, the only person who can help those traders to improve their skills are themselves, not from their mentors or the schools. Only themselves, because if you will not help yourself in studying in the discipline, you will not become profitable in this kind of business.
Sure. That's cool. So yep. So self-education and self-awareness is important. Yeah.
I mean that if you will not apply those learnings that you get from the trading schools or the individual coaches, there's no guarantee that you can be profitable with those learnings that you get from those people. So experience is always the best teacher for me.
Sure. Awesome. All right. Okay. Okay. So you have seen the trader come and go. You have seen, you know, even a good trader become bad, you know, all this kind of stuff. Okay, so from your observation, what do you think, what is the most quality that, you know, a person must possess to become a profitable trader? I mean, in a consistent manner, what kind of quality he must have?
For me, I only have 3 words. For me, the 3 words are discipline, perseverance, and always stay humble.
Stay humble, yeah. That's cool. That's good. Yeah, I totally agree with that, bro. Sometimes even a good trader, you know, sometimes they really can become quite too full of themselves. Yeah, I really like that. I agree with that.
There's a lot of traders brag about their profits, you know, posting every time they have good profits, but how about
yeah, exactly.
They don't post all those losses. So I always say to that group that let's always stay humble.
Sure. Thanks for the reminder, man. I agree with you totally, bro. Okay. Okay. The last question, bro. Last question. All right. All right. Just to check with you, like for example, we have quite a big market move up in recent less than 2 months ago. You know, as you can see, the Dow Jones all of a sudden they sell down, all this kind of stuff. So what is your general view on the rest of the 2018? What do you think? Okay, maybe you give me give me an idea of a few particular products that you are looking at, and you give me on the 1 year time frame. What do you think about them?
Actually, I'm only looking at the USD.
Sure.
The USD economy. So even though we have some sluggishness for the past few months, I'm still waiting for the developments about the rate hike. So if they will really release the rate hike for this year, it means that it can bring good results to the economy. So I'm looking for the rate hikes, and if that happens, we can see a bullish USD for this year.
Sure. So what you are saying is that you are expecting to have more and more rate hikes, right?
Yes. If they will.
Okay. I mean, of course. I mean, you are expecting it to have more rate hike to coming in, and at the same time, you are expecting U.S. market to go up. Am I right to say higher?
Yes, yes.
Sure.
Maybe like for let's say a pullback based
Sure.
because of those rate hikes.
Sure, sure, sure.
But when you will look at the sentiment, actually as a member of our group told me that the sentiment of the USD is still bearish as of this moment.
Sure, sure.
So let's wait for the developments first before we conclude that we conclude all those informations.
Sure, sure. Okay. All right. I have had a great time, bro. Thank you very much. And
Yes,
it's my first.
actually, I would.
Yeah.
Actually, I would
yeah.
like to thank you for inviting me here.
No worry, bro. No, I mean, I have known you for a while. At the same time, I can see that you have a very good intention, and you have proven me that you are a very knowledgeable and profitable trader. So, I have decided to, to seek your help. Okay. All right.
But you're more profitable than me. You're more profitable than me, bro.
No. I mean, it's depend on the account, bro. I mean, doesn't really matter how profit is. It depend on the account. Okay.
Yeah,
okay. One last thing, bro. One last thing. Okay. How can our listener? Try to, let's say they want to know more about you and stuff like that. How can they find you, bro?
Actually, I'm just busy with the group, so you can search for the Philippine Association of Forex Traders Incorporated in the Facebook group, and
sure.
just request for a member. You can request if you want to be included as our member. Then I would gladly accept your request.
Sure.
That's how you can find me in Facebook.
So if you allow me, I will put your group link in my in the description of our interview. Sure.
Okay. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Alex. Thank you for your time. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Alex Samson from Philippines. Alex, you hold on the line for a while, Alex. Thank you very much. Hold on the line for a while.
Okay.